I'm so thrilled to have you here today. My name is Subah Abdullahi and I'll be moderating today's panel, Beyond Tribe, Enabling Unity, Respect and Opportunity for All. Garissa is home to more than 500 young people. Majority of us have the same challenge, tribalism. And wakati majority of us tunaona is a political issue, we want to see how it affects us on our economic growth and social life. I'm joined by an amazing group of panelists here. Please join me to welcome them.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Nirva Yusuf. I'm a psychologist and also the founder of Self-Having Care.
Thank you, Oba, for this great opportunity. I'm Imran Hassan. I am a climate activist and peace advocate, and I'm also a educator.
For this opportunity, I'm from Hamad, Sele, a psychologist. Thank you.
The opportunity. My name is Jazir Ali. I'm a youth activist, a content creator, and a climate activist. Thank you.
After the statistical numbers we on our and our theme the Beyond Tribe and unity, respect and opportunity for all. Do you guys think we're being excluded from a lot of opportunities happening around when it comes to jobs, in leadership, and scholarships, and every opportunity happening around our town?
For that question that you're asking, aleedaho youthka ma lagu daraa haddii fursado ay soo baxaan mise fursadaha scholarshipka, fursadooyinka akhriska, fursadooyinka shaqada, youthka lama aqoonsado, dhalinyarta lama aqoonsado. To be honest, lama aqoonsado. Ma ogaanba fursad inay soo baxdo, ma ogaanba. Waxaan maxaa waaye nin walbo meesha ku jiro goorwaa dadkooda inuu u faa'iideeyo. Like haddaan fiirino most of the like NGOs mise hay'adaha mise dowladda ma dhahda dadka shaqada la siinayo waa dadka dowladda ku jiraan, dadka ay aqaanaan iyo familkooda iyo qabiilkooda. So the main problem aan qabno maxaa waaye qabiilkan iyo qabyaaladan oo dadka lagu dhex wado Garissa in lagala joojiyo. Markaas unbaa fursadaha aan ogaan karnaa inay soo baxeen. Haddii kale haddaan warka haynayna ka waran oo fursadaha markay soo baxaanbo qofka qabiilkiisa mise dadkiisa ehelkiisa uu iska siinayo. There are a lot of people by the way oo PhD masters haystaan oo tugtugyo iyo iska wataan boda and maxaa waaye that maxay tusaysaa failed leadership, failed youthka. Anagaana isku sabarnay inaan saan ugu dhaco. Marka aniga maxaan dhihi lahaa nagalama aqoonsado fursadooyinka. duqeyda unbaa anaga waxaana aragtiraba duqeyda Soomaaliya ku jiraan, duqeydana lagama soo saaro. Taasaan dhihi lahaa.
I have this question, okay? And Garissa waxa ka dhaca bari maxay tahay marka hada oo doorashada ama soo yahay qofkii rabo inuu uu noqdo MP ama MCA, they don't just come to the youth directly. That is, I'm talking from facts. Waxa uu dhahaa let me go to wanaenda wanarudi kwa wazee. Sasa wazee ndo wana determine who's to run for the position of leadership in Garissa. Mind you, let me go back to the statistics. During that 2019 census, only 12,000 were the only wazirs we have in the entire Garissa county. That means that there are mostly lesser people. And then let me ask you a question back to you again. And do you think that is something or another can something in a matter and the leadership no back in the work? I'm without getting ourselves.
Okay, the point of our opportunity, I could say that we are not getting it is not because youth are only used for during for campaign because they are not when it comes to making decision they are not included. We say it is the friend of mine say talks about the old men are the making decision or are the people who are determined during when leaders want to be selected, because there is an age factor there, because youth are being seen that they are inexperienced because of their age, they're young, so that they don't know more about this issue of politics. Therefore, they don't been given an opportunity to make a decision or to have their own leaders. Therefore, I can say the answer is no.
And we the ones who to decide who is gonna do this. Instead of just to tuambie this person Britta mpeleka wana mganga, and like let's say saizi we are here and just because well and nimekuuliza doesn't mean I can speak for all the three of them.
Because we are the determiner, because youth are the majority. In fact, by number, when you look for outside the number, majority are youth. But during that, we have a poor leadership. That is why we have a poor leadership, because the first starting point of when someone to be elected, the first things he come up with is he go to the gate or an old man to say that a certain clan and I am contesting for this or this or this. Then, because when he say that, the people who are following are the youth, that even or herself. Whenever he or she is representing, even to those old men, the people who are following are the youth. Then there is a less knowledge. The youth have they lack awareness of their own leaderships, because they just become useful during when someone wants to be to have a leadership expectation from them. Then theirs is to support and clap for them, says that yes, you are right, you can do this. Then because of those clan influences and those, then one day you find that a certain youth comes into media and clap for the worst leader that used to be. Then we can say, I say that yes, there is several ways that we can change on that, but by currently, a lot of challenges come from the side of age, because youth have been escaped because we are not experienced.
Do we feel like the youth are included? According to me, hadilo the whole like youth club, manuso that making the table yasha or like decision making and all that. I feel like out of 100%, it's only like 20% anuso dara, and for that 20% is not for like, it's not in a good heart. It's just for the record, like the youth there. But when it comes to the decision making and all those big opportunities, it's a matter of like, the big men or the people who like, the age, the higher the age are the people who are actually making the decision, of which I think that is the biggest challenge. And of course, there's maybe a lot of building because you're younger, what are you saying? And I think that should not be the point, because it doesn't mean that if you're younger, you can't see things from. So Madam had off into Kawin Buka in the Buddha, that's very right. But not also Mali Mamansa, right? It doesn't mean that I had a 60-year-old Jirto, you're better than me when it comes to thinking. Like it's just a matter of like think, and then you bring something together so that it becomes better. But now in Garissa, in Northeastern actually, what the main thing that is happening is the youth are actually used like in a negative way. When it comes to representation, we actually represented in a negative way. Who are we calling today, when it comes to Mandamandos, youth, who are losing their lives, youth, who are, you understand? So I feel like as youth, we should just be coming out there and getting to know our worth, because worth Kenya is just a matter of like, another identity again, another horses when it comes to, all that. And I feel like it doesn't have to be the girl and all that, it's just a matter of like, communicating and coming to the table and just, getting to see this is my share and this is your share in a very respectful way.
As for me, I think youth are not involved in anything at all. Because first of all, youth exist symbolically. They are not even involved in any decision making. The older people make the higher percentage of the leadership in our country, not even in Kenya only, but even in Africa. But the thing is that they have to involve us when we involve ourselves. Thank you.
Okay, this is it. Utaona saizi kuna some offices ukifika, people are not being employed there due their profession. Wamewekwa hapo juu ya tribal. Like that's why actually when it comes to development to low down sana. Because kama uliweka mtu juu ya aleke yoweleshi wai and you neglected the profession side, what are we portraying to the entire generation and to our future in this town? And my question under this is, At what point, and back to Wazen's side, at what point does respecting elders turn into youth exclusion? How do we balance respect and participation?
Say, me as Nima, I'm actually a solution. If you had me, I would say that. But this is what I'm saying. When it comes to a problem, there are two parties to the problem. We have our elders and we respect, we have them. Since we're going to create solution with our setup of being youth, I'll talk to the youth very well. I feel like هذا مش هنجرب إنه هو حلوش الطبيعي عاد يعرف يقرأ تصافي إنه كلها عن قبل البلاد عادي لكن عندي يحيي بعد المسلم يفهم أنا ولا لا they grow up seeing وحي فارس أبو الله so عاد يعرف أنا أبي السامة أنا هو السامة and remember we are Muslims remember like despite everything and this tribe or like we get to know ourselves. It's like to identify ourselves. Okay, it doesn't identify who you are. So I feel like Hadda we become so loyal to the tribe that even forget. And I ask them, I'm not because I deal with the whole you understand? واحنا قولهم ولا عاي وحافي عننا نوصل لنا لباتين ممكن نشاهد ورليت على فكرة قف أو قبيل والله ولا طول بدنا وقف فإذا لقيها المال زي ما جلس every day البنا وهي بس part مثلا بنا مسكنة you have no right إن قف أنا بخاطر because قبيل هو يمسك بالله so to everyone who's watching this on a personal إلهي بحكي قبيلك وادرس to identify yourself our elders respect them. For you, someone there's a way to do it. Again, you also kill ourselves if we do this, I think it's not the solution. So I feel like our leaders, everybody will become so loyal that some of us are even scared to talk about because the way I'm really good at it. It's not me you're saying the Bible, it's not about all like, you know. We have about it. We live together. This enmity, please, let's get it out of our heads.
أنا كمان كهيرنا هاي محل لنا بدو قارن أنا قابل لي شغب وأنا was very young I don't even واحد يوم شغب حلو لي قبين كاس عندنا مركب حلو هو أبوري حسد نمو إيو حلو هو أبوري نعيب أو حادو أركي قبين كلين رايفلز أو enemies إيه يعني مسلمين والله ما قاعد بكرهنا مو مسلمين إسلام كم رقنا دين maxaad arki adigoo yar maxaa lagugu soo korinay nacayb oo qabiilka sida bay ku sameeyeen qabiilka sida bay ku sameeyeen ayaga dawlad ku jiraan qabiilka saan waaye qabiilka sidaa waaye you will never ever find cid Soomaali oo ka hadlayaan midnimada Soomaalida mise muslimiinimada mise islaamnimada inay ka hormariyaan
Okay, I want to add on to point out my point about the tribe. Then this time we talked about when you go to office and you don't come jobs or what you are not from a certain tribe. You have been given this where you came from. You know. As a youth, we have that challenge because that we know even this leader that we are setting job. This leader that we are taking job from his office, we know that he has not been elected because of our own decision as a youth. He believes that even if you don't do anything or you don't perform well, one day even he is going to be elected as initially he went to the then was there then he has been elected through that merit. Therefore, as a youth, we have been also used, because tribalism is used by majority of them are used in terms of and if it comes to leadership and so ever. Therefore. We have to come up a solution on this tribe as a youth and to come a platform whereby even the wazir can challenge this issue of tribe so that we can cut off.
Thank you again for coming to this platform panel. I'm so grateful to have you. The discussion was great. And now to my panelists here. And can you tell us one word? Can you give the youth of Garissa one word? How are you sharing
Message to the youth maxaa waaye aniga fariinta u diraayo dhalinyarta joogto Garis because anaga meeshaan joogno Garis iyo northeastern branch maxaa waaye jiifka ka kaca jiifka ku jirtiin waxaan la yiraahdo leadership ama leadership positions ama duqeyda anaga haddeen arkaan inaan united oo ay isku jecelnahay oo midnimo aan qabno wax nagu soo dhawaan kara marka. By the way, youth is a force to reckon with because we have the power, we have the energy, we have the statistics, we have the numbers. wax nagala qaadi karo marka. So waxaan dhihi lahaa jeedka ka kaca inaan shaqaysanin shaaca beed meeshan aan magaalada dhex wareegaysiin oo ilaa iska dhex jiiftiin joojiye soo wada kaca aan isku maay aan diidno waxa la yiraahdo wazee iyo maslaxa iyo in lala faa'iideysto. So intaas baan dhihi lahaa magaalada qof fiican baa yahay. I'm not a negative person. waxaan aaminsanahay inaan wax fiican ay ka soo dhex bixi haddaan isku haddaan dhalinahay marka aad baa mahadsantiin.
It goes to both parties. It goes to the community, it goes to the leaders, it goes to the youth. But this is something called mutualism. If you know mutualism, it's like I don't go bahani, I know you bahani, I don't go bahani. So please, and if you're in a position of power, just know that before our people, like you answer to God and Wallah has after. If you're the youth, know that you hold the responsibility, Wallah has after. If you're a leader, know that you hold the responsibility, Wallah has after. So I think that should be the first thing that actually determines how we do things.
Okay, my message to the youth is that I know many of you go through a lot, but remember you are not alone. But remember one thing, if you cannot fight for your rights, no one will ever fight. You will remain a slave the rest of your life. And to my elders, to my wazis, we love you. You are our fathers. It's not that we hate you because it's not that we hate you. It's because we are feeling we are being left behind. We are being left out of the room. You see? And because of you guys, I don't know if I can say it's because of lack of education and everything, but you are the one who gave us education, you are the one who paid our school fees and everything. So we cannot call you guys illiterate. You understand what's going on. You be at the future, you are the present. If you cannot build us now, no one else will build us. To the elected leaders, I know most of you were there through some other ways, either tribal, either elected, but it doesn't matter. You are there now. Do something for us. Do something at least when you go out, you will say this person has done something. That's my main message. Thank you.
When we are hosting, when we are planning to host this, and we are in the process of hosting this platform, many people rejected this topic, especially our politicians. When I was to this platform, and they said they couldn't take part in this specific program. Our theme, which was beyond tribe, enabling unity, respect, and opportunity for all. Here's my message. You don't have to fear. There is nothing to fear. At the end of the day, someone else has to say it. And just know this platform is designed for you guys. You're so welcome. Here is where we are airing our voices and we're going supporting each other. You're welcome. So, again, you guys, we encourage you to come out as many as you can to support this platform. It's here where you can air your voice. We just have contacted if you want us to invite you to the panel. Say that.
Yes, we need more youth.
Yes.
We're tired.
Let's come out, be creative, and create this thing. Let's make our home better. Yes, you can contact